I don't want to turn the conversation sour right away, but I'm sure you've been asked a lot about the 51st state comments from other Canadians that you've met in the time you've done this job. Where did that come from then? And have we passed that discussion?
I am. I've told people I don't talk about it, so I'm not really going to talk about it with you either, other than, saying, when you're working for Donald Trump, okay, and you can see the urgency with which this president has been moving through the first, half year of his presidency. We need to get to results. The results and the mandate have been clearly laid out for us as diplomats around the world. We need to, do everything that we can to improve the prosperity of the American people, prosperity of our allies, but the focus as an American diplomat is the prosperity for America, safety for Americans, and our security. And so those are the things that I am focused on. I ask myself the question, if we're talking about the 51st state, am I improving the prosperity of Americans or Canadians? Am I improving the safety or security of either one of our countries? The answer is no. So thanks. You guys can talk about it tomorrow for 20 minutes if you'd like, about how, boy, that American ambassador was really evasive on that issue. So you can have that discussion tomorrow. I'm not focused on it.
Ambassador, Canadians are traveling a lot less to the United States. Does that concern you?
Sure. I mean, what they do is they just don't get to see a wonderful part of the world. I enjoyed, Diana and I have enjoyed traveling through Canada. And like I said, I sometimes have a little bit of a hard time understanding this, okay? You have the best trade relationship of anybody in the world, the best trade tariff rate of anybody in the world. And we're, in the coming days, we're going to see that the process is going to evolve to, reviewing, USMCA. Okay. Does banning American alcohol, does that help? Does saying, we're not going to America, does that help? Those are decisions for Canadians on an individual basis, to make. Okay, we're doing everything we can to strengthen this relationship, to grow this relationship. If you have an ecosystem, and we know how long it took to develop this ecosystem, but if Canada decides that, from an economic and manufacturing standpoint, that ecosystem is no longer valuable to Canada and to the economy of Canada, that's okay. I think it would be hard to recreate that ecosystem, and there would be significant hardship as you transfer from that to try to create a new one. But again, that's a decision that is made by a sovereign state. It is an awesome relationship, and I want to be an advocate not only for America, but I want to be an advocate for Canada to America. We're looking for folks in Canada right now that can and I think should be. They should be advocates for Canada because you're Canadians. But at the same time, it would be nice to see more folks who are actually advocates for America. Okay, Donald Trump has given you the best deal of any country in the world. We have the framework and the opportunity to not only take a great relationship and make it much better. Okay, but again, I think that's true. That's what we would like to see. Whether that's what Canada wants or not, that's for your political leaders to decide. Being anti-American, I might as well get in trouble, right? We want to create a little bit of news today, okay? Otherwise, it'll be why should we watch these guys? They never make any news, I'm a politician. I spent 18 years, trying to get enough votes every 2 years to get reelected to Congress. Why I did that, I don't know. People sometimes will question my sanity, but I did that for 18 years, and I recognize that a lot of people in Canada, way too many, have made being anti-American good politics, being anti-Donald Trump being good politics.
do you and the Trump administration understand that I think some of that anti-Americanism or frustration with America is because of the tariffs that have come in place in the last few months? All the uncertainty they brought, the job losses they've triggered, things like that. That's what's triggering the Buy a Canadian movement, for example.
Right.
No. You've got the best trade deal, okay? Other countries are dealing with this and have dealt with it in different ways. We've got new agreements with the EU. We've got new agreements with Japan. We've got new agreements with South Korea. We've got the EU. We got the UK. Yeah, we've worked through that. You continue to still have a better tariff deal than any of these countries in the world today. Is there uncertainty? Yes, but it would have been negligent on the part of American leadership to not address the problems that we faced. We had a long-term issue in terms of ensuring prosperity for the American people, a long-term issue with security and safety. And if the Canadians want to be mad about us addressing the internal issues that we had, they can do that. But in the long run, North America, the West, and all of that will be in a stronger position if we have a strong America, rather than if we had an America that was collapsing and having a debt crisis or unable to deal with the military threats out there because we just couldn't produce the things that we needed to produce.